Hello everyone, and look what I have here. Yes, it's another unboxing, but this one is even more exciting than the one yesterday because yes, you guessed it, it's an iPad Air in green color. So let's see what's inside, shall we? And here it is. As we can see, we have a pull to open. Always satisfying. And as we can see, unlike the iPhone boxes or the Beats box, this one didn't actually shrink. I think it's the same exactly like iPad Pro 11-inch. Oh, here it is. I gotta tell you that this green is so subtle. Like, you can see it's clearly not pure silver, although in some lighting you might think so, I believe. We'll check it in a second. Obviously we have here a camera cutout, which I always find hilarious. Here are some paperworks, and since it's a Wi-Fi model, we won't get the SIM ejector tool. We have in different languages, obviously. We have two Apple stickers, although not colorful ones, so that's always a bummer. The starting guide, so it turns out that the leaked one was in fact correct. Apple moved the iPad Air to the USB-C, so we have USB-C to USB-C cable here, which is fantastic news, but again, we will talk about it in a second. And now we have a 20-watt USB-C power adapter, which is exactly what's missing from the new iPhones. And actually, if you want this brick, you might as well buy a whole iPad and, you know, get it as a bonus. And while this is a joke, I actually did something similar. I bought the iPad Pro 11-inch and I have been using the iPad's brick ever since. Like, I don't use any other brick because it's just so convenient, and yeah. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole unboxing. So let's see the iPad in its greenness here. Okay, and now let's peel this. Now, as you can see here, it's looked like silver gray. So yeah, in some light, like in person, you kinda can see the green. I maybe will turn off my ring light. Yeah, now we can see the green and a little smudges here. And honestly, it's basically like if you were holding an iPad Pro. Oh, and here we see the fingerprint reader, and here we have an iPad Pro for comparison. I'm curious if it's the, yeah, like obviously it's much bigger on the iPad Air with glass, I believe too. Okay, so let's turn this bad boy on. Other than that, it's basically identical. We even see quad speaker holes, although the speakers now are only 2, not 4 like on the iPad Pro, but unlike previous years, they are up and down, so when you watch something, you actually get a stereo, which is amazing. Okay, let's go up. Okay, so maybe we will set up the Touch ID. Where it is. It's here. Okay. Okay, we are almost done here. And I obviously have an Apple Pencil for this to check out. Okay, so we are finally here, and let's Okay, now we get this sweet animation. And we can check handwriting. Okay, as we can see, it's quite simple and it's actually quite good, at least in English, to recognize your language. Now you can obviously do more. Now, if you want to draw a line across, remember that it will actually select it, not erase it. Yep, you can also use a circle, which is nice. Okay, so basically if we will... No. Okay. This. Yep, yep, yep. And now we can add or remove a space. So I think that the scribble, when you get used to it, like I have to practice a little more, but it's so super useful because now you can use your Apple Pencil almost all the time. Yeah, the double tap feature is also fine because you can draw something and then you can just erase it. So yeah, all in all, Apple Pencil works just fine, but I'm curious about one thing more, and we will compare in a slow motion, so I need to change my camera settings. In slow motion, do you really see the difference in, you know, drawing something, taking notes, etc.? So yeah, let's find out. Also with this iPad, old iPad Pro accessories will work as the new ones would. So if you want a magic keyboard, it's obviously available. Now I'll just plug in my iPad Pro's smart folio. Okay, and now let's check this. Now let's check the Touch ID, because you can't just... oh, well, it works better than I expect. You can't just place it when the screen is locked, but if the screen is unlocked by any means, then it's bam ready. So if you want to unlock it, you need to press it, but don't keep pressing because then Siri will activate and it just works. Although if you will only click it, it will be enough for it to unlock, but not to go to the home screen, which is actually kinda smart, you know. So if you just press it, it's already unlocked because it's super fast. But if you keep... wow, it's super smart. I actually were prepared to, you know, bash Apple a little, because in other reviews I heard that this Touch ID is slow, but it's actually super fast and super smart. Man, I like it. I actually like it. Okay, so yeah, that's the iPad, and with the smart folio, it's a little dirty, but it's a beautiful device. Yeah, it's too bad I actually already start regretting buying the iPad Pro for much more, but we'll talk about it in a second, because in general the iPad Pro is still a better iPad, but I think that the amount of people who should buy the Pro is very narrow. In general, the iPad Air is so amazing device, like, we need to talk about it more, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit a like, comment below what you maybe want to know about the iPad, and subscribe, because I'm already starting to edit my first review for the iPad, so it will probably come out even today, maybe tomorrow, and I will also do a student perspective review, but it may be a little bit long term. Also, if you like the iPad Air already, I put a link in the description below, so feel free to check it out. I also linked the smart folio and some accessories I think will work best with the iPad. Yeah, so hopefully see you guys in the next one, and in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you guys.